Don't you love it? Excuse my hair. Light's too bright. Hang on. Is that better? A little better. Hello, everyone! Yes, I'm back live again. Hang on here. Because I have not, you know, I finally got my computer issue resolved, and then my dad had to go in for surgery. So, I have not had time to sit down and edit, but I promise you guys today, am I still too bright? I like hardly have any light on me at all, but I'm so fluorescent white that, anyways, okay, let me get started here, and then we can blab. But excuse my hair, because I just washed it, and anybody that follows me regularly knows I have a lot of hair. 6 months ago, I cut off 2.5 feet, and it's all back. So anybody that says hair can't grow that fast, take a look at me. It's all the way down. It's all the way down to my bum again, and I'm 6'1". If that gives you an idea how long and how the expanse it takes to get from my head to my ass, that's how long my hair is again. Okay, I'm gonna put this little bugger. Anyways, long story short, I do not blow dry my hair because I have so much of it, and I just found the best way to take care of it is, yes, I've had a lot of people ask me how I take care of my hair, and I will be doing a video in the future as to my hair care. But long story short, I don't wash it that often, and when I do wash it, I let it air dry unless I have somewhere, you know, I have to go. Okay. Oh, and by the way, in homage to Stephanie Nicole, since she wanted to wear her flip-off penguin, I'm wearing my smart-ass bunny. And it says, "Me pretending to listen should be enough for you." I decided not to wear my really, really nasty bunnies. But God, I love these bunnies. Of course, I want that flip-off shirt she has. It's really cute. So is Brie. Okay, I'm going to start with this. This is by BioBell. And it is called, it's a primer mask. I've never heard of one of these before. It's called a 5-minute facial mask, and it says, with tea tree oil, rosehip extract, and vitamin C, enhances radiance, minimize pores, even skin tone, #primer. Prep the skin for a flawless makeup application. So I am going to apply this, and it only takes 5 minutes, otherwise I wouldn't bother using it, you know, on a live stream, because we can bullshit for 5 minutes, right? Well, it actually smells really good. And it's really, really wet. Oh my lord. It's probably going to take me 5 minutes to figure out how to unravel the damn thing. Ah, it's so wet. Oh my god. And of course I had to unravel it upside down, didn't I? Because that's just the way I do things. Back-asswards all the time. Okay, let's do this, peeps. Oh my god, I'm going to look like a total freak. But that's okay. I am a freak. There we go. So we will pat this puppy on, nice and cool. Do you guys, is it just me? Do I have like a ginormous schnoz? But you know, every time I get face masks, they never stay down. Of course, right here is where, you know, I really want the primer stuff to work. And they never work here, so it's like I have to end up ripping the eyes here so that it'll stick down to my nose. Am I the only one that has that problem, or is it just because I got one hell of a big nose? Well, that feels nice and goopy. It's very sticky, so I'm curious to see. Now, let me read. Of course, I probably should have read the directions first, huh? Start with a clean, dry skin. Got that? Remove the sheet mask from the package. Either side may be gently applied to the face. Good on that, since I just did it without reading. Smooth with fingers so that it may adapt perfectly. Good enough. Leave the mask on for 5 minutes. Peel off mask and rinse. Then proceed to apply your makeup. Well, that's a new one. I've never heard of a mask that we rinse. Let's see here. And of course, the first ingredient is water. And all the good stuff like the tea tree oil and all that's at the very end, and the rose extract, and the lactic acid is like the third from the last ingredient. So is the sodium benzoate, but oh well. So that's that one right there. Let's see how she works. I think I got this in one of my, yeah, I did. Hold on. Oh, I received this in one of my boxes along with this one here and another one which I already used. But I wanted to save the primer one to use before I actually did makeup, just to see how it works. So today, real quick while we're waiting for this 5 minutes to click away, today I'm trying some new products to me. Again, these are not new to the world. These are new to my ass because, you know, it just takes me forever to, I have so much makeup and so much stuff stacked up that it takes me a little bit to, unless I get sent something by a company, then I deal with it right away, you know, but stuff I buy myself, it kind of takes me a little bit to get to. So today we're starting with the whole peach collection. These are all new. I've never tried these products. So we have the Peach Palette by TooFaced, we have the Peach Blush, and we have the Peach Glow. And I forgot, hang on here. I'll just grab one of them for now. I did buy, I think I'm only missing one of these colors now. Boy, I have tried this, and I'm telling you guys, if you, oh, this is probably right now my favorite, talking and it's not sticking, this is probably my favorite gloss type product on the market right now in terms of high-end. It not only smells like peach, it tastes like peach, but what I love more than anything about this is the texture of it. This is a lip oil. It's like an oil, what do they call it? Peach oil lip gloss. So it's like a gloss oil hybrid, and it feels lovely on the lips. I'm telling you, it feels incredible. Then by Marc Jacobs, I purchased the Recover Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist. And then I also got his Perfection Powder in 100 Finish Line. And, hold on, I didn't grab the bronzer. Hang on, dang it. Here, I thought I actually had everything ready. But no, I had to go bubble up. There we go. Oh. And then she drops it. Okay. And then I also picked up the, by Marc Jacobs, the Tantastic. This is driving me freaking nuts trying to talk through this. And this is his Omega Bronzer. Okay, next, Christ, I'm going to try out the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette because, believe it or not, this is actually my second one. I think this is the hard plastic packaging. I purchased this when it was brand new, and I went through all the colors I could use, and because of the fact they weren't replaceable, I threw it away and bought a new one. Hello! Yes, I look like a freak right now. I have a primer mask on for those of you popping in after I've done this. Oh, and please let me know. My daughter-in-law on my last stream said that there was a lot of delay. Like I'd say something and you guys would write me to respond, and by the time the message got to me, I was on to something else. So I took it off Wi-Fi, and I'm actually live streaming right now on just on data. God, this is weird. So anyways, let me know if that delay is gone. If it's not, I don't know what else to do. Okay, another new thing I'm trying is by Giorgio Armani. This is the Luminous Silk Foundation in color 2. Then I'm going to try, I purchased 3 of these in different colors. This is Becca's Liquid Crystal Lip Topper Glow Gloss. Good Lord. And then I've got a new primer, besides the primer mask. This is Bye Bye Pores Primer by It Cosmetics, so I'll be trying that. And then I've got the by Terribly Denseless Concealer. I think I bought the wrong shade in this. And then the new Makeup Forever Ultra HD, what's this called? Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder. So I think that's, and then of course I have some other things, you know, mascara and stuff like that that I've tried before. And then I want to try this little NARS Orgasm. Can't get the full size. It's sold out everywhere. Has been sold out since it released. Driving me crazy. And before I start here, as soon as I get this sticky thing off my face, primer mask. I'm not quite sure how a primer mask is going to work, especially since you wash it all off. But this is by Fresh. This is their Sugar Lip Polish. Oh, I love this stuff so much. Oh, it literally, it's just, look at my nail digs. That's when I had long nails still. See all my little nail digs in there? You know, when my nails were long and I couldn't scoop in, I'd take it with the back of my nail. There's remnants of my long nails. Yes, I cut them all off. They're gone. Because my daughter and I were wrestling one night. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw I posted the damage. We were wrestling and look at that. It's still down below the quick. I mean, look at that. And literally, she caught my hand, my nail, and poof, just ripped right off. So, yeah, look at that. Oh, I need to cut them still. They look horrible. So, excuse my nails, because they're gone. Okay, but they'll grow back. They grow as fast as my damn hair does. So, not worried about that. I think it's time to take this thing off. So, what I'm going to do, real quick, is it says I have to, once I take it off, I have to wash my face off. So, I'm going to go into the bathroom real quick. Let's take this sucker off. It's really, really slick. I just don't understand how it's going to be a primer mask when you wash it off. Because, you know, most of the masks you use, you rub the stuff in afterwards. But, okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm going to wash this off like it says in the directions. Okay. It's funny, because even though I've washed it off, my skin has like a sticky feel to it. That's really weird. Huh. Okay, and let's see here. What should I use for... I want to put a little moisturizing cream on. I think I'm going to use... Actually, I'm going to try this one. This one absorbs in really fast. I got a little tiny one of these, but I actually purchased a full size. It hasn't been delivered yet. This is the Tatcha Water Cream. What's really unique about this is, you know, when I first used it, I thought, because, you know, normally a cream, when you put it on your face, you feel like you know, you feel a real moisturizing, you know, I mean, you feel like a real moisturizing, balmy type consistency. This Tatcha Water Cream, I mean, look at it. It's not like that. It literally melt. I mean, the minute, you know, it's in a solid form, clearly, as you can see there. But when you put it on your skin, you start to rub it in, it literally turns to what feels like water at first. But then, as that absorbs into your skin, which it does pretty damn fast, then you feel like that cream. It's just, it's really unique. I've never felt anything like this. So I purchased a full size so that I could really give it a test. Yeah, it is not inexpensive by any means. I actually purchased several Tatcha skincare products because I really want to put their line to the test. So once I get those, I'll see. Now it's starting to, that real, I can't like go real fast over my face now because that real slick, watery feeling has disappeared. And now it's feels like a, more like a cream texture. Really unique. I'll tell you, but anyways, what I was going to say is I purchased the water cream, I purchased the night cream, I purchased like a serum and their rice scrub mask and a couple other things. But boy, their line, I'm hoping that I have good experience with it because their line is, you know, it's up there. I mean, like for instance, I think this water cream in the full size is close to $100 if I remember correctly. But I'll do a full haul on it when I get all the products. But I'll tell you one cream I love, just real quick, is this La Mer. This is the moisturizing soft cream. That's literally what it's called. I love this. This I just have a little sample of. Oh boy, I want a full size of this so bad. I mean, you can see, I don't know if you can, but I'm down to the very bottom. And this stuff is really expensive. So I haven't bit the bullet on that yet because it's like, you know, it's kind of one of those products you look at the price tag and your heart goes boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we got a moisturizer on now. So let's try this. Now, like I said, these are all new, so I have no idea. I could look like a total hot mess by the time I'm done. But, you know, I look like a... Are you kidding me? Here I go on data and then it disconnects. Okay, well if it does that again, I'll just stop the live stream and I'll just go on to Wi-Fi again. Ugh. Okay, so where are the instructions? Anti-aging and skin-loving Moroccan lava clay, colloidal clay, purifying charcoal, papaya fruit extract, peptides and collagen, and hyaluronic acid. Well, there's a hell of a lot of clay and charcoal in here, which are things I normally don't use on my dry skin too much. Peptides, collagen, and hyaluronic acid, yes. So, I still don't see directions. There we go. Apply over moisturizer, okay, or onto clean skin, either alone or underneath makeup for complexion perfection. You'll see powerful results instantly and over time. Oh. There she be. Kind of looks weird. It's like it's separated or something. Huh. So I'll just beat it for a minute. It's weird because this is like just a rubberized. Don't see their products in this type of packaging. They have a new, It Cosmetics has a new cream out I'd really like to try. Okay, so it doesn't say to pat, it just says apply over. It doesn't say pat in or anything. So let's, oh, it comes out straight away. Just let's see how it feels. Doesn't have any kind of, I don't know how to describe this scent. I'm going to do it on half my face first, and then we'll see what it looks like. I'm curious how this would apply on people with darker skin, if it would give them an ashy look or not. Ah, you know what I should have done? I should have shaved today. I got little hairs all over here. Damn it! Oh, it's spitting all over the place. I was going to do that before I put my makeup on. But I will. Forgot. Huh. It definitely has like a slick texture, if I can speak today. Ooh, I got a plug pore right there. I can't remember the last time I had an actual black spot in one of my pores. This has kind of a real unique texture to it. It's, I don't know. It's not like any primer I've ever felt, that's for sure. You know, I guess if you have really dark skin, I guess it wouldn't matter if you're putting on foundation over it, but I don't know if this would work on real dark skin unless you're putting foundation on to cover it, because, you know, it does have some, it's pretty white. Let's see if I can see it. Well, I can see a difference in my pores. See if I can get close up. Like, get the light. I'm in natural lighting, so sorry. But like on this side, they look a lot smoother, and over here, see all my little, this is like my pore area right here. It's pretty much the only area I have problem with pores. And right here. So I can definitely see a difference on my cheek. Like I can still see a tiny bit of them right there, but not much. But look over here. See them there? There. Does that make a difference? Can you see that? Trying to let the light kind of catch them. So, let's try the other side. It's weird though, because I'm spending a lot of time just pumping air out, but this is brand new. And it's spitting all over the place. Oh, come on. For real? I mean, look at this. God, you spend this much. I mean, it's all over my hands because it's just spitting out of the container. Spend that much for that stuff. You don't want it all over your damn desk. You want it on your face. Yeah. Maybe that isn't a blackhead. No? Oh, yeah. So I was going to say, does this have black dots in it? Does this primer have... Because I've got little black dots all over my face. I don't... It's weird. I don't see any, but they're coming from somewhere. There's another one up there. What the heck? Well, let's keep going. Here's more. It's got to be from this primer. Oh my gosh, what is that? I have little tiny black dots all over my face. Are they disappearing when I rub it in? I don't know. Huh. That's really weird. I don't know if you can see on my finger right there. Can you see that? That little black speck right there? As I put this primer on, it's like... Yep, there's more. There's one right there. There's a whole bunch of them. Can you see all the little black specks? Right there, right there. I don't know if it... This says it has charcoal in it. But you would think that it would be... like mixed in, not in... I don't know. Huh, weird. I'll have to look up and see it. Because maybe... I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to do... Maybe it's supposed to do that, and it's just supposed to rub in. Maybe it's not, and there's something wrong with that one. Who knows? Okay. Next, I'm going to use... I always use this for some under eye moisture if I don't use my eye cream. And this is Pure's Hydrogel Lift, and I'm almost out of the damn thing. I really like this. It's just a little roll-up doohickey here. And it feels so nice under the eye area. Oh, if you have dry under eyes, dry eye, like I put it up here too, dry eyes in general, you might want to try this. You know, you can't really get a sample. Well, I guess you could. You could go in and ask them for a sample and have them cut off a piece of it, you know. What the hell? It has a very, very light fragrance to it, but I really like it. I mean, it's not, you know, I think this little tiny container, which comes with, if I can read it, 0.18 ounces. I think it's $26. So, you know, it's not It is expensive. I don't know, I was going to say it's not expensive, but it is. I mean, $26 for the amount of product you get is, you know. But I really like how it works under my eyes, because I have such dry under eyes in particular. And it feels, I can really tell a difference when I forget to use it. Okay, moving along. Oh yeah, let's dig in. This is my favorite lip scrub. Have you guys noticed lately? Hang on. God, I love this stuff. It's just a perfect balance. It's not too grindy, but it's grindy enough where it actually does something. More importantly, I love the blend they have in this. It's like a, yes, I'm eating dead skin. No, I don't care. If you were to picture a mixture of brown sugar and lime, that's what it tastes like. That's what it smells like. Very similar to their regular lip products, if you've ever tried their sugar lip balm. Love it. And real quick, where's my oldie but goodie, my all-time favorite besides the sugar lip balm. This is my all-time favorite, and this is by Terry Balm de Rose, and you can look at that. Isn't that painful to see that? I literally, I'm going like this and scraping along the sides, trying to get every last bit. Now this, I have this in, you guys have probably seen it if you've watched my videos. I've talked about it being a favorite for over a year easily. But I have it in a pot as well. But I really, really like this one. I love the applicator. It takes out more than, it's really super, super soft on your lips. And it takes out well enough product to do the job. But what I really like this is this has a little bit, the texture of this is a little bit not as stiff, let's just say that, as the balm that comes in the jar. And what I really like is you don't have to get your fingers dirty to use it, you know. But above and beyond anything, it's the formula. I absolutely love it. Okay, moving along. Oh, I need some under eye corrector real quick. God, I forget it every damn time. You would think I'd be used to this by now. Probably the reason I forget it every time is because I haven't recorded the haul yet. I haven't recorded my Sephora haul yet. And so all these items are still in boxes waiting to be recorded instead of in my makeup cabinet, so. Okay, since we're using Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, we're going to use Giorgio Armani High Precision Retouch. And this little doohickey here is supposed to help with these dark circles. Do you? Thanks, honey. Yeah, I decided to wear bunny today. What the hell? Are you guys all ready to move? And just out of curiosity, let me know if I'm still lagging. Because I've got it on data now, so hopefully I'm not lagging now. Okay, let's see how this works. This is so watery though, it's just, I don't know, we'll have to see. It's definitely a very liquidy formula. I'm just going to use my fingers and pat it on there. Right on those darkest areas. For the lightest shade, and this is the lightest shade that they have in this, it definitely packs some color to it. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I kind of blended it a little too far, so it's, but oh well, doesn't matter. It'll be covered by foundation. But it definitely has some color, which of course is what we want with color correcting. If it's too light, it's not going to do any good. And I'm going to just put a little bit up here to disguise the, you know, if you, like me, have veins, you know, my skin is so fair. It pretty much borders on translucent. And because of that, my veins show through and my eyelids. So I always take a little bit of this and just go right up on top, and the orange, of course, cancels out blue, so it helps a little bit. But boy, I'll tell you, this stuff blends really good. Holy cow. I mean, I can take this all across my entire eye area, and I only put it right there in the corner. It just pretty much keeps going wherever you want it to go. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll see. Okay, let's try. This is a new foundation to me. I've never tried it. Oh, wow, that looks really pale. Holy cow, I haven't seen a foundation that pale right out of the jar in a long time. Look at that. It almost looks gray. But we'll see. I am pretty much, like I said, as pale as they come. So, you know, as an example, this right here is CoverGirl's Vitalist Healthy Elixir, which I love. But this is in color 705. I think it's called Ivory. It's the lightest shade they have right now. Can you see them side by side? How much darker this one looks? That would make me look like a... Yeah. Well, it's probably going to make me look like one too, but we'll see. Oh, it's got a pump on it. How nice. Should I shake it? Shake, shake, shake. Oh, shake your foundation good. I don't care if it's new, whatever. It's been sitting. Oh, wow. It's kind of got a semi, it's not real liquidy, but let's see what she does. I'm curious how much coverage this is going to have. Because this is, you know, obviously Giorgio Armani. It's on the higher end foundation price-wise, so. And I'm going to try with my Beauty Blender first. Let's see. Has a interesting scent. Now, this is supposed to be more aimed at people, you know, if you have dry skin, because obviously it's a luminous foundation. So far I feel like my Beauty Blender, it's definitely a good color for me, if that tells you how pale I am. Holy cow. I don't realize it sometimes till I look at foundation. There's one coat. I mean, obviously I can still see. You know, I don't have a huge amount of discoloration on my face. I'm just starting to get some of these real fine broken blood vessels that happen as you age. And then down here a little bit, but so you can see this area right here. That's pretty much where I have most of the discoloration on my face, so. Oops. So let's continue on. Oh wow, pumped a little too much there. I do want to see if this foundation can build. Maybe I should try it with a brush as well. I just want to see how it's gonna. I also purchased the the Luminous Silk Foundation and the powder, because I wanted to try them together. I'm just going to try with, this is my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. So let's see how, comes it in first. See if the coverage is different. Well, I definitely like it better patting it in, even whether you do it with a brush or a beauty blender, because the minute I started swiping with my brush, it pretty much started picking it up. It definitely has luminosity to it, I can see that. I actually think I like it better with the beauty blender. Let me just go over this and see. Especially with mature skin, I've just found in my experience that foundations tend to look better on our skin, you know, with all the fine lines and wrinkles that we have to deal with. That just drives me nuts. I'll tell you, every time. First when I'm going live, it's delaying, and now it's just flat out disconnecting. So sorry about that, guys. Anyways, I just find that in my experience, foundations just wear and look better when applied with a beauty blender. Now, there are some exceptions to that, and that's the paddle brushes. I think that so far when I've used those, they've really applied my foundation beautifully. Now, I did purchase the ones I'm speaking of, in case you're wondering, are these. And of course, these are the just take-off copies from Amazon. I hauled them, if you're interested in seeing the exact ones I have. If you look at my Amazon haul video, I have a link to the exact brush set there. And they're really inexpensive. They're like 20 bucks, you know, 22 bucks or something like that. But I'll tell you, they're really nice brushes, especially for the money. But when my daughter-in-law actually bought them after seeing mine here at the house. And I did buy a couple, I wanted to actually buy the full Artiste set, which is the, I'm going to try and see how this builds. Artiste is the actual brand that those brushes are copied after, and I wanted to buy the full set until I went on the website and saw how much they were. Yeah, that ended those dreams real fast, because I mean, literally the whole set of them is like close to $500, I think. I mean, that's just, you know, I'm willing to pay good money for good products, but even that's, yeah, not willing to spend that much money. Okay, so it does build, because over here, God, I'm just like bleached out. Let me turn this off altogether, see if that's better. You know, I'm going to hang on here, I'm going to shut my curtain and see if that helps. Because maybe I just have too much natural light flooding in right now. And what kind of stinks is my natural light, the way my desk is set up, the natural light comes in from the side, so it's not hitting me evenly. So it like bleaches out half my face. Is that better? I don't look as bleached out to myself, so hopefully it's better for you. What do you think? Is that better? But it does build, but it's still not. This isn't a full coverage foundation. So you can see here, yeah, it's better. Okay, good. You can see here the discoloration I have there. So let's try and put a little more in that one area. Well, a little more than I needed, but what the hell. see how she looks. You know, I don't need full coverage foundations though. I mean, it's just not something I necessarily want, I should say. You know, sometimes I like wearing a full coverage foundation if I'm going out somewhere and I really want that perfect skin look. But for the most part, my skin is in really fairly good shape, especially for my age. I know I'm not bragging. I'm just stating, you know, what it is. I've taken good care of my skin my entire life, so I don't have a lot of discoloration and a lot of wrinkles, and even though I'm almost 50. Okay, so see, you can still see the discoloration right here, but it covered it up a little bit, and see, there's my wrinkles. That in my forehead. Not so bad on this eye, but this eye, I do a lot. Oops, sorry. I do a tremendous. I've always done a lot of facial expressions though my whole life, so it's my own damn fault. Okay, so my first impression on this foundation, which again is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, is that it probably would be a really nice everyday foundation for me, because like I said, I don't want, you know, I don't want something that's really full coverage for every day, and this is, I would consider this probably a light to medium coverage, buildable. So, okie dokie smoky. On to the next. Where's my powder brush? Sorry, I gotta move this real quick. Nope, not there. There we go. Okay, now what should I use to set this? Oh, I need to do my concealer. Jumping the gun. I need to get the lighter color of this. This is by Terry's Terribly Denseless Concealer. And so far, I really, really like this formula. But the color's just not, you know, I just like to have a little bit lighter color, I think. But the formula, oh my god, it feels so good. And yes, it's expensive for a concealer in particular. But you guys, if you have mature skin like I do, and especially if you have, put a little up here too, especially if you have dry under eyes, like normal, like Tarte Shape Tape is an example, I'd never be able to do this. Like putting it up here on my upper eyelid. No way, not gonna happen. It would make a dry, creepy, nasty mess of my eyelid in 2 seconds flat. But this concealer, it's so lovely. It really is. So in my opinion, it is definitely worth the investment. I don't know what kind of hoodoo magic she's got in this, but Terry did a wonderful job formulating this for mature skin. It's incredible. I would say the coverage on it is probably medium. If I had the, you know, the right color, it would it would be a lot better. I'd be able to have a lot, you know, better impression of it, because this color is just too dark for me. But oh my god, it feels so nice under the eyes. And you know, don't get me wrong, you don't have to be an old fogey like moi to wear this. I mean, if you have dry under eyes, period, I would suggest this. Because it's just that good, you guys. I mean, if I should, you know, what I should do is I'll have to record a video in the future where I actually show putting like Shape Tape or some of the other common concealers on my upper eyelid and under my eye, and then do the other eye with By Terry, so that you guys can really see the difference, because I'm telling you, it's significant. I mean, when I use those other concealers, my under eyes just look dried out. It ages me probably 5 years. I'm not kidding. But this, man, I love it. Just need to get the right color, and I'll be a happy camper. Okay, next, I am going to use this. I have used this only once, and I absolutely love it so far. The only thing is, I wish I'd I wish I'd purchased the pressed version of this. This one has a little, you know, like little sponge doohickey here. But this powder, this is probably the finest powder I've ever felt out of all the, oh my god, I've used so many powders. This is probably the finest milled powder I've ever used before. But it's a little difficult to get it out of the container, like when I want to do this with a sponge. It works perfect picking up on the brush, and you think, oh, we can turn upside down and tap it, but you can't because I've got that plug there. Well, let me try it and see if anything comes out of it. Maybe it'll force a little bit through the, oh, put a little bit on the lid so I can use that. But this powder just, oh my god, you guys, it is, I don't know if it has flashback. I haven't tested it yet, but I will be. But I'm telling you, it just is unreal. It makes my under eyes feel like a baby's soft little bum bum. It's that nice. And it smooths out. I'll show you here. Just you wait, because you saw those wrinkles I just showed you? Okay? Yeah, well, you just wait. Let me finish powdering up here. And I'm not, like, heavy baking. I'm just taking a little bit on my sponge and just pressing it under my eye here to smooth out the wrinkles. And then I'll put it in, I press it into my wrinkles here as well, my smile wrinkles. Otherwise, foundation can kind of anywhere, basically anywhere foundation likes to try and migrate and hide, like the nose here, the smile lines right here in my chin, and my lines here. This is where, that's how come I said I wish I'd purchased the pressed version of this powder, because it'd be a lot easier to deal with than this. This works perfect, like I said, though, if you know, want to use it with a brush. But using it with a sponge is a little bit difficult. God, this powder is just incredible. I have never felt something so finely milled as this is. Let me see if I can get a little more using, whoa. Yeah, it definitely comes out fine with a brush. You just tap this brush in there and it definitely loads up good. It's just so, the feeling of it, it's so slick. That's what it is. It's slick. It must be the silica that's in it. Because when you put it on your skin, it makes your skin, it just makes your skin feel baby smooth. It's really something. I've never felt a powder like this before. I sure hope it doesn't have flashback, because it is a beautiful powder. This is probably, like I said, one of the best powders I've ever, well, it is. This is one of the best powders I've tried to date. And I don't understand, because I've heard people complain about this powder, but I don't know what they're complaining about, because it's incredible. For me, at least. But of course, you know, everybody has different skin and different needs, and okay. Moving along. So, but I do want to get the pressed version of this as well, because I'm telling you, this is, I think, now this has 8.5 grams, the loose. I think the pressed has 6.2. Okay, now just to show you, of course I still look ratchety right now, but like my under eyes feel, I mean, they just feel so nice. And I put it everywhere where my foundation would conglomerate. Anyways, and you know, you can still see my forehead wrinkles, obviously, but it just gives a smooth appearance to the skin, and I really like it. Okay, hey! Now I'm going to take out I also want to try this all over powder. Comes with a little poofy guy. And again, this is Marc Jacobs Perfection Powder in 100 Finish Line. And of course, it comes in standard, beautiful Marc Jacobs black packaging. And there she is. Beautiful compact. So let's see how this picks up, because it's really packed in there. Oh, it's picking up pretty good. Oh, that's a really nice smooth powder too. It's very smooth, very finely milled, but it doesn't have the, like if you don't like that real smooth feeling of, if you've ever tried a powder that's high in silica, that's what gives it that real part of what gives it that real smooth feeling. If you don't like that feeling and you just want a nice powder, like for instance, I really like NARS crystal powder, but the thing I don't like about NARS crystal powder is that both of the ones I have hard panned. I bought one brand new, used it a little bit, it hard pan. I went and bought another one, used it, it hard pan, sealed right over. So that's why I decided to buy the Marc Jacobs and try it. So this doesn't, I mean, you know, I just tried it for the first time, but even running my brush over the top of it, it's not forming that shiny surface. I got a hair here somewhere. There we go. It's not giving that, it's not putting a shiny surface on it like it does when it seals over. Boy, I'll tell you, that drives me nuts. So I have two of NARS crystal powder that are both sealed. And you know, at that point, it's almost impossible to do anything with them except for, you know, scratch the surface off. But, you know, you pay that much money for a product, you shouldn't have to do that. I wanted to purchase NARS, the loose powder, the loose crystal powder, and try it. And they also have one in snow that I'd really like because it's white for highlighting my under eyes, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Okay, let's take out. Yeah, this is the new packaging, thank God. Okay, so this is, for those of you who haven't seen it, Kat Von D Shade and Light Palette. This is my new one. As I said earlier, this is my second one because this color here and this color here I had worn completely out in my original one, which had paper packaging. And because of the fact that it wasn't refillable, I got rid of it because the other colors were just too dark and too warm for me. So, but I purchased this one, and this one is refillable. Look at it, all brand new and pretty. Oh, and I'm gonna try. This is a Crown Jumbo Kabuki fan. I'm gonna go into that lightest shade, which is, what is it, sombre? I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of the gray tone. And I'm gonna try using this. I've never contoured with a brush like this, so I don't know if I'll like it or not. I'll tell you one thing though, if you're looking for a really good contour and highlight palette, I think this is probably one of the better ones on the market, if not one of the best. Because the powders are just, they're so lovely. I'll blend this. I know it looks harsh right now. They really are really nice powders. They're really finely milled. They're just real nice. And they blend nice. They don't give you that weird choppy look. Boy, there's a lot picking up on this brush though. I was not prepared for that. With how soft this sucker is, I didn't think it would pick up that much product, but boy, it does. But I don't, you know, when I use these, I don't ever have to worry about them getting muddy. You ever put on a contour shade and it just muds up on your skin? You know, that's what I love about Kat Von D's powders, is they don't ever do that on the skin. Let's get some of this forehead down. And yes, I actually have a 3 head, not a 4 head, even though it's big. It's because my forehead is actually square. So because I have a square hairline, it looks a lot bigger than it is. Well, I have a big forehead. I also have a widow's peak though. Look at that. You see that sucker? Where the skin doesn't move there? It comes down to a peak. My son has that same widow's peak, and so does my granddaughter. Hereditary! But, you know, they say people with widow's peaks are highly intelligent. It's true. Okay, I'm just gonna try the schnoz a little bit here. These really are beautiful powders. And I've used these, like when I've traveled and stuff, a lot of times I just take this one kit with me and I use it for eyeshadow, contouring, powder, everything. Because they're just that, the powders are that nice. So if you're looking for like a neutral palette and you don't want to spend a lot of money on all different kinds of, you know, eyeshadow, contour and stuff, just get this one. It really is a beautiful palette. The powders are so finely milled and the color is dispersed really, the pigment's dispersed really nicely through the powders. Ugh. So they don't ever get an uneven look or texture about when you apply them. Take those nostrils down a notch. And do the lip a little. Define my pupils a little. Okay, now let me clean that off. And they are very pigmented, as I'm sure you can see going up my middle of my nose right now. These powders are very pigmented. Look at that. See that white stripe there? I mean, that's how pigmented they are. But I will tell you one thing I'm noticing with this. I never had this with the other. Do you see how much kick up there is in the pan right here where I just touched it? All that. I never had that with my original Shade and Light palette, so I don't know if they've maybe not pressed them as hard. I mean, look at how much, look at that. I just put two little stripes there. I mean, that's how pigmented those are. I'll blend it out, but I just wanted to show you that it's, you know, there's a lot of pigmentation in these powders. Even the light colored ones pack a punch. Hang on here. I have not tried this under my eye for a while, so I just want to try. Yeah, these are really, they're really kicking up a lot of product in the pan. Just want to see what this looks like. I mean, I'm just barely touching it, and it's not only picking up a lot of product, it's kicking up a lot of product in the pan. And my original one I had was not like that. It was very soft, but it didn't kick up in the pan like this one is. Wow. I am using the center shade. I'm going to use a little of the peachy shade and see what that looks like. See if it's too dark. Just curious if it would help with the darkness under my eyes. These are just beautiful powders though, really pretty. Definitely worth the money, in my opinion. Wow. It's so different using them and having them kick up like this, though. brush. Oh. Pretty, pretty. I actually like this brush for contouring. I mean, you don't get as exact of a mark, but man, that really, I mean, as an example, this is the first time I've used this, and I don't know if you can see how much it, nah, you can't see it, how much it dug into that pan. See that right there? All the dig marks in there. Very, very soft powders. It seems like they're either changed the formulation from the original, or they're pressing them softer to get the pigmentation to really draw out of them, because they are definitely softer than they were. Okay. Moving right along. But I love this palette, I really do. I'm happy to have the, now that I've purchased the one that I can replace the pans in, because now I don't have to waste throwing it away for no reason. Wasting a bunch of product. Okay, next, I'd like to try, where's my blush? I'm going to try the, this is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in 104 Tantastic. And this is, oh god, that smells good. Wow. This is his limited edition one. That's the coconut one. Oh, you guys, it smells so good. This is probably the best coconut smelling product I've tried yet. I mean, it's really, and the color, even though I am incredibly fair, I can pull this off. It's not too much, you know. Of course, I just really laid it on, but, and this is a Tom Ford, this is his bronzing brush number 05. All-time favorite bronzing brush. Absolutely. This is, it's expensive, but god, it's a beautiful brush. It's too bad he doesn't lower his prices a little bit so more people can enjoy them. Because, well, I'll tell you, you know, I'll never figure it out. Because, like, this brush right here, I think this is, yeah, this is 105, either 105 or 110. Just for one brush, right? Okay, so, you know, obviously he has good sales or he wouldn't keep it in the product line. But think if he lowered this 20 bucks. So instead of it being 105, it's 85. Think of how many more people would buy this then. How many more sales. And when you know, if you sell one product in the line and people love it, chances are they're going to move along to the other products in the line as well. So he's not just going to sell more brushes, he's going to sell more products in general. I just don't understand why a lot of companies look at the immediate price point of things and making profit off of the immediate price point, as opposed to making it more affordable and being able to sell more. Because if you sell in quantity, regardless, you're gonna make more money. Whatever. Anyways, it's a beautiful bronzer. I love the color of it. I love the scent of it. The packaging is beautiful. Marc Jacobs needs to make this permanent in his line. I gotta tell you, you get me started on this limited edition crap, and I'm gonna go hard. Because I am so sick and tired of limited edition everything. I'm just fed up with it. I really am. Okay, now we're gonna try. I have a hair TooFaced, this is their Papa Don't Peach. This is my first time trying it. Had it all this time. Bought it when it was brand new. As you can see, never used it. There's not a brush mark on it. Oh boy, that smells good. That smells so good. And I'm just going to use my Real Techniques. Let's see how much color it picks up. I think does this got shine to it? Oh, it does. Not a matte blush. Not at all. This is like if you ever tried Milani's Luminoso, it reminds me of that, but it has a lot more orange in it. So let's give it a try. This has got so much shimmer in it. If you applied this heavily enough on darker skin, you could almost use it as a highlighter for Pete's sake. But it's pretty. It's pretty, and it's really packed in there though. Smells good too. Smells really good. Okay. So that's Papa Don't Peach. Now the container's all messy. And I actually purchased an extra one of this. Gotta clean it. I hate my makeup being dirty, so gotta clean it up. There we go. Anyways, I actually purchased an extra one of these that will be in an upcoming giveaway. And the same with this. I bought an extra one of these. It'll be in an upcoming giveaway. This is the Peach Glow. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. Because I don't know if that's a blush topper in here. And then it's got a bronzer, but the bronzer has what appears to be a heck of a lot of shine. And then the highlight. Is the scent too much for you, hun? Yeah, it's definitely strong. It's definitely strong. Let's try the highlighter here. This is my first time. Ooh, boy, that is really, really gold. I think that's going to be too dark for me. Because it is, I mean, look at that on my skin. It is really orangey gold. Is this, why'd they put another blush in here, though? I don't quite get that. Let's see here. And it looks very similar. Like, here's this one, and here's the Papa Don't Peach. This one just looks a little, has a little more brown in it, almost. Huh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I can do with this, with my skin tone. Is it? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing right now, because this is the first time I've taken it out and looked at it, and I don't, it's cute, but I don't know if there's really anything I can do with it, because I really think the highlighter is going to be way too dark for me. It's pretty. Of course, you can't even see it now. It's right here. But look how dark the air. I think I'm just gonna, skip on that for now. Kind of a bummer. I haven't tried this yet either, though, so we're getting to this next. I love, love, love these, though. So, okay, so we'll put those aside. Well, I do have one of each of these is going to be in an upcoming giveaway. The palette, the glow, and the blush. So I will have that coming up. The next giveaway I'm doing, though, is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I will be recording that here in the next couple days. I have a couple videos that I need to edit and get up first, and then I'll be recording the Jaclyn Hill video and getting that giveaway going. I'm going to try this. This is Laura Geller's new Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Diamond Dust. And I really wish you guys could see the, you know, it's so hard on this camera. You just can't see jack shit on when you're doing things on cell phones. but let me wipe my hand. I wish they'd let us use, you know, like if I was using the camera I normally film with, which is, what have I got? The Canon 80D, I think, or 70D. Hell, I don't know. It's a 70D, I think. If I were filming on that right now, you'd be able to see this without a doubt. Look at that. It's so pretty, especially if you have fair skin. Look at the color that comes out of that when the light hits it. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a duochrome shift. Starts off looking pearl and then bam! Isn't that gorgeous? So this is her newest one, and her holiday collection I imagine should be coming out pretty soon, and I think she, Laura Geller's going to have a collection of these baked gelato swirl illuminators, and boy, a lot. And you know, these look, when you look at them, the way that they're, come on, the way they're pressed in here, there we go. They look like they'd be really hard. I can't stress this enough. Like, here's one of her blushes. The first time I looked at these, I thought, boy, those look so hard, you know? And when you have something that, you know, is really hard packed in the pan, they're just a bitch to fight with getting the products out 9 times out of 10. That is not the case with these. Watch this. I mean, you know, look at that. And that's her blush. That's papaya. So I am really love this baked gelato formula, and it lasts forever. So let's try. And they're highly pigmented, so I've really enjoyed them. A lot of product comes off. You don't need to, even though they look like they're just packed in there hard, product comes off. I'm going to switch to a different brush though. I'm going to use this little Real Techniques one, see if I like it better. Oh wow, yeah, that packed a lot more product. Of course, I don't have natural light on me right now, so I don't know what you guys can see and can't see. Really pretty products. I think her line is so underrated. She doesn't get enough, her line just doesn't get enough love. She's got, you know, she's kind of the, I would consider Laura Geller the queen of baked products, because she was definitely one of the first to hit the market with them. And she's really good at developing baked products. Get a little glow. Okay, let's move on to the peach palette. I am anxious to try it and see what I think of it. And I am going to use my newest brushes I'm in love with. I need to haul. I bought his newest eye set and I haven't hauled it yet, so I need to get on that because I want to use it. I love these brushes, you guys. Love, love, love. These are Wayne Goss's brushes, and they are my favorite, hands down. They are worth the investment. If you're looking for a good set of brushes, I would highly suggest trying them out. And, you know, if they're not something that is affordable all at once, or say you just don't want to pay for them all at once and you'd rather, you know, spread it out, Beautylish has a 3-payment plan. And no, I'm not affiliated. No, I'm not sponsored. None of that kind of stuff. Beautylish has no frickin' idea who I am. Okay, I'm going to put some brows on first. And because I'm out of my favorite, which is the Cella brow pencil, I'm going to have to resort to this, which is the Brow Gal. So let's give it a try. I haven't used powders in so long. I'm probably going to choke. Oh, God. It's almost painful using powders when you're used to... I should have got my Anastasia pomade out. That's what I should have done. Where the hell is my pomade? Long time since I've used this. dip brow. Look at that. I always put a little on and then go on the lid, kind of get the brush loaded, and then work it into the bristles on the lid. Of course, this one, unfortunately, because I've had it for so long, it's dried out, so it's not gonna work as good, but I can work with dip brow a lot better than I can work with, than I like working with powders, I should say. Pencil's just my ultimate favorite. You have so much precision. I was thinking I should put a little oil in this. Time to buy a new dip brow. Have you guys noticed that lately, I had an interaction this morning with another YouTuber that really just, it just dumbfounded me. Basically, there's a gal whose video I watched, and she was doing, I thought of it because, I'm working with Anastasia products right now here. She was doing a review on the ABH palette. And, honest to God, I could care less what anybody has to say about it, because I'm gonna form my own opinion. I purchased the palette, I have it, I'll be doing a review on it. So to me, it really doesn't matter what anybody says about what they actually think of the palette and how it performs, because I'm gonna make my own decision. What bothers me about the whole thing is that, I've been around a few years, and in that time, those of you who are my age know, you learn to pick up on stuff really quickly, and you can pick up on basically when somebody has an ulterior motive. And I watched this young gal do this review of this palette where you could clearly see that she was having problems. I mean, there was no doubt. She was having problems getting it to blend. She was having problems with the shadows sticking to her eyes. She was having just about every problem you could have with an eyeshadow. And yet, every time after, she'd try something, and then, she'd look in the mirror and look at it and go, yeah, that's okay. Yep, that's okay. And then she'd move on and add more, and it looked patchy and shitty the way she was applying it. And she'd go, well, yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's okay. We can work with that. The whole way through working with the palette, that's what she did. And to me, in my personal opinion, which I certainly have a right to, I think I've fucking earned, excuse my language, but I've earned the right to have an opinion. After 50 years on this planet, I think I have that right. And, I always try to be respectful in my opinions. And it's so easy to offend people now, though, that anytime I give, I say anything that could be construed as the slightest bit critical, people just have, people can't handle criticism anymore. They just can't, for the most part. Not everyone, obviously. I'm speaking in general terms here. I'm not speaking of you and you and you. I'm speaking generally. I think our younger generation in particular suffers from this terribly. No offense to those of you out there that are younger, but I see it in my kids in comparison to the way I grew up. Like, for instance, when I was growing up, did we spend time on computers? Yeah, the Commodore 64 was kicking, man. That's the first computer I learned to hack on. But we didn't spend all our time in front of, when we were done playing the computer, we were out kicking it with friends. We were out at the park. We were out, doing things and hanging in each other's houses and building forts and that kind of stuff. Nowadays, if they're not on the computer, they're on the Xbox, or they've got a phone in front of them, or, all this electronic shit has overwhelmed people so much that I think they forget how to interact with other human beings. And you literally, it's like you can't say anything, because if you do, you just offend the shit out of people. And it's like, you know what, get the fuck out of the house, get out from behind the computer, put your iPad down, put your iPhone down, put your Samsung down, get out of the house and interact with people. Because if you interact with people on a daily basis, you're going to learn how to interact with people, and you're going to learn not to be so damn sensitive to everything. I'm telling you, because I literally wrote, I had no doubt at all that this gal was, in my personal opinion, she was playing it because she didn't want to come outright and say, I don't like this palette. Because she didn't want to piss off Anastasia Beverly Hills or Norvina or whoever it is. And there are people out there like that. And I wrote, excuse me, because I don't want to, I don't want to be accused of paraphrasing, even though that's something that, the word paraphrase was fucking created for a reason. But we can't even paraphrase these days, because if we do that, it's just, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of people being nasty and not, you just can't say anything without being picked apart. Here's what I said in my comment. And I'm going to tell you, the reason I start off with what I said is because if you watch this video, I've never watched a YouTuber before where I felt like they were talking down to me. Like, I try to talk to people as if I'm talking to you. You're sitting right here with me. We're having a conversation. We're kicking. And I'm not like, you need to do this, and then you need to do that. And after, I'm used to doing this, and I've worked real hard with this, and I'm this, and I'm that, and you're nothing. That's kind of, as I was watching this video, that is very strongly the way I felt. I felt as though she was talking down to the viewer as opposed to talking with the viewer. Here's what I commented. Watching this, when I watch someone who talks down, and when I go like this, it means in parentheses. When I watch someone who talks down to the viewer as if we don't understand anything, it's a bit off-putting. Possibly this is just her style, the way she communicates. So I don't want to sound insulting, as I don't mean it that way. And I don't know if this is normal, as this is my first time watching, but it sure was unique. On top of that, saying it's okay to everything that didn't work, maybe it's okay for her, but for me, not so much. Not for $42, it's not okay. It blends nice on the shimmer shade. For real? Honey, did you see what it looked like when you were editing? I know, when recording, it can be difficult to see at times, but I usually see it when I'm editing. Did you? Because from my end, it looked patchy as it did before, only somewhat distracted by the shimmer under, and they're both gray-based. I wonder how many products, how many layers she was going to apply before she finally said, it's not okay. Smiley face. Just curious, as I might have missed it if you said it, but did you purchase this palette and the lipsticks? If you were sent the lips, do you plan on recording a lip swatch video? Smiley face. Oh, I shut it. Shit, sorry. That's what I wrote. Now, to explain, without paraphrasing, the reason I wrote this, I already explained the talking down bit. I already explained that it's okay. The reason I talked about layering is because literally she kept piling one color on top of another, on top of another, and of course they all grayed out because that's what happens when you put complementing colors next to each other. They're gonna gray out. It's called the color wheel. And for somebody, hang on here, let me get this real quick. For somebody who's been on YouTube as long as she has, she should be familiar with this. I have one of these with me just because it makes it easy when I'm, you know, looking at colors and things I want to create and stuff. And like, for instance, you know, if you look at contrasting colors, obviously like orange and blue, they're contrasting. If you look at colors that are complementary to each other, they're going to gray out if you put them together. Anyways, I'm not going to go over the color wheel right now, but the fact is that she kept piling more and more colors on top of each other. I could not believe the response that this gal this was her first response, and I say first because she continued until I blocked her. Reading this, I wasn't quite sure if you were more peeved by me or the palette, and as much as you attempted to make it less insulting, it still very much was, so shout out to you. Here's the thing, not everyone will sound the way you prefer or say things the way you do. That is the great thing about being different people. I do not have to conform to your norm. Since this was your first time watching, you should have reserved your judgment. You may not have realized that this video was a get ready with me, using the palette in a way that I would in a typical setting. That's a question, but she put a period, whatever. Perhaps you expected me to simply give up and trash the palette, which you are free to do on your own. I am not that bitter of a person to get angry at an eyeshadow palette when I can use it as an opportunity to show you how to salvage a tricky product. Note she didn't say anything about that in the video, I might add. I am surprised that you would speak on editing and patchiness, honey, considering your own videos. But I guess that's your style. If it bothered, if you bothered to read the description box, you would find the answers to your sent questions. I responded to that. Not only did I say that I was intentionally trying to not be insulting while still sharing my feelings, you still took it there. First off, I never said I wanted you to trash the palette. Not once. To sum it up, my comment was in reaction to your saying, "It's okay," repeatedly after each difficulty you faced. Again, this was not meant to be insulting, but you took it that way. As for my editing comments, I don't know what the fuck that's about. Wow. You had to not only look at my channel, but insult my editing? Need I remind you, in case you missed the fact, but my channel is brand new. So since you wanted to be snarky and immature, shall we take a look at your first videos? I seriously expect more from an influencer who's been in the game a while. How lovely. You not only took insult to each thing that I said, even though I specifically said I didn't want my comments to sound insulting, and tried not to make them that way, but then you turned each comment into an intentional insult to me. Anyways, I just, literally, this gal, I'm not going to keep going here because this is going to get boring. But my point is, everything that I said, she turned into an insult, even though, you know, it's hard. I mean, for those of you that don't know, I write for a living. It's what I do. And, you know, that's, you know, I know how to write. And I also know that the reason, for one thing, people are, not all people, but a lot of people are very hypersensitive these days. So whenever you write anything, you have to be very careful how you phrase things so that people don't get insulted. And I did not want her to get insulted. That was not my purpose. You know, I don't respond to people's videos just to piss them off. That's not my style. I don't have time for that. I don't have interest in that. It's just not what I do. But needless to say, she took insult with everything I said, and then turned around and insulted me and told me that my videos were shit. Well, at least she watched them. Thanks for watching. I just, my point is, I I just don't know what people are coming to anymore, because when you are at the point where, especially when you put yourself in a situation in social media where you put yourself out there like I'm doing right now, if you can't handle getting comments from people that are anything other than ass kissing, yeah, exactly. If you can't handle anything other than ass kissing, then you're in the wrong profession. Get the fuck out. Pack your bags and move. Because, you know what, when, you know, the reason I wrote intentionally in that comment, I'm not saying this to be insulting. I was asking, genuinely, why do you keep saying it's a... Thanks for watching. Yeah, sorry. I had to be a little snarky there myself, didn't I? By the way, I'm going to start while I'm talking using my first time using the peach palette. It smells so good. Anyways, I'm going to start off with white peach here, the white one up here, just to cover my lids. But you know what? When I start off saying I'm not trying to be insulting, the reason I said that, it wasn't to be snarky, it wasn't to be condescending, it was because, simply put, you know, people need to remember this. When you write things, it's very, very difficult in a short period of time to infuse, I mean, you gotta remember, when you're writing to somebody or you're writing something, they're not seeing your expressions on your face, they're not hearing the tone in your voice, they're not seeing your body language. All they're doing is reading the words, and they're taking the words for exactly what they are, words. They're taking the words for the exact meaning that they are. And things can get very, very misconstrued that way. And so, to try and avoid that, if I ever write somebody a comment that is anything other than incredibly flattering, which, you know, it's funny because you can write people comments and say how beautiful they are and what a wonderful job they did on the video and everything. Now, they're doing the same thing there. They're not seeing my expression. They're not hearing the tonal inflection of my voice. They're not seeing my body language. They're not, you know, seeing my reaction when I'm talking. But boy, they take that complete compliment just reading words. But if you say something that's even neutral or slightly critical, man, there's no neutrality there. They just take it and run with it. And so, because I did not want that to happen, I did not want her to think that I was just being a critical, you know, I didn't want her thinking I was just being a critical bitch of her. That's why I said, I'm not saying this to be insulting. I wasn't saying that. I'm not saying this to be insulting because I was being a smartass. You take my words as my words if I compliment you, but you won't take my words as my words when I say something different. I'm telling you. The more I see this, the more ticked off I get. I really do, because I'm just so tired of having to explain myself. You know, I shouldn't have to sit down and explain myself to somebody as to why I made a comment on a YouTube video. I mean, you're smart. Figure it the fuck out. You know, words are words. Read them for what they are. Don't put more into them. Don't take less away from them. Read them for what they are. If this is what I said that because that's what I meant. I'm not, you know, it's not like I told her her hair was jacked up and her makeup sucked and she had no skills with makeup. I didn't make it personal. No, but I'll tell you one thing. The reason I asked about whether or not the products were sent to her or whether or not, she never mentioned it in the video. Oh, she put it in the description box afterwards. But she never mentioned it in the video, and it wasn't in the description box when I, you know, she made that comment, if you read the description box. Well, honey, I read the description box before I wrote, and there was nothing in there about that. And the reason I asked that is because I'm sick and tired of seeing influencers padding their reviews because they don't want to get kicked off a PR list. You know what? I buy my products. Buy your own. If you get kicked off the PR list, buy the fucking products yourself. You know what I mean? I buy them. Everything I have here, I've purchased. It hasn't been sent to me. I'm so sick of it. I really am. And granted, do I love it when companies send me stuff? Absolutely. Do I love it because I don't have to spend the money myself? Sure. Sure. Do I love it even more because they thought of me? Absolutely. Because that means more to me than anything. If a company sends me products, that means my name is on their brain. They're thinking of me, and they thought that I would be a good person, that they cared about my opinion on their product. That matters to me more than anything, because you know what? I can go out and buy any product I want. I'm not dependent on receiving PR. Too many of these channels out there are, and too many are out there worried about whether or not they're going to get kicked off of a PR list. You know what? I'm going to tell you the honest to God opinion about any product I use, whether I like it, I don't like it, and I'm going to give you the reasoning behind it. And if I tell you I like a product and I can't give you the reasoning behind it, then you need to start questioning me. Okay, I'm going to go next to Puree. Is that what that is? Yeah, Puree, which is this kind of lightish brown one here. Because you know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing, and I'm going to use my Wayne Goss 19. I am sick and tired of seeing these reviews done where they talk about how much they love a product, but there's no reasoning given. Okay, you love it. Why do you love it? Give me a reason. What's good about it? Don't just tell me you love it. Tell me why you love it. And the things I really love, these have got really good pigmentation. I'm just laying down the color with this, and then I'm going to move to my 03 to blend it out. I'll tell you what I really love is when I see, and I see this a lot with the really big influencers. They'll hold up a product and say, "Oh, I just love this product. I've been using it forever," and they open it up and show it to you. "Oh, I love this product. It's so beautiful." Well, it's never been touched. It's brand fucking new. It'd be like if I held this palette up and say, "Oh my God, I love this palette. I've been using it forever," blah, blah. And you look at it and you think, there's no brush marks on there. There's no nothing on there. How the hell can you love a product and been using it forever when it hasn't been touched? Or they hold up a container of face cream and talk about how much they love it and how long they've been using it, and the damn jar's full. Can't be that stupid. Can't think your viewers are that stupid. Anyways, I'm kind of at my fill with seeing, yes, there are honest people out there, without a doubt. There are, like, for instance, I can give you a few I really like. Even though I disagreed with her last review, I love Stephanie Nicole. Brie and I have been watching her since she started her channel. No joke. We found her long before she had any popularity. Long before she posted the Jeffree Star video that put her on the map for the most part. I disagreed with her, respectfully disagreed with her last video that she did. Not her last video. Sorry. Correct that. So I don't want people thinking it's about her Dose of Colors video. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the review video she did on the ABH Subculture palette. I can respectfully disagree with somebody, but still respect them. I have a lot of respect for her because she handles her videos and reviews the way I do, in a no bullshit, straightforward manner. She doesn't care whether, if she gets PR, great. If she doesn't, well, she'll buy it herself, And that, it's that kind of, another one, Cotton Tolly. I love Cotton. She's one of the young gals coming up and coming in YouTube, and I think she's got a real bright future ahead of her because she's got a wonderful personality. She's incredibly just carefree. She's got a real free-spirited personality, and she doesn't take anything too serious. When you see her on camera, she's there to have fun, and I really like that a lot. Anyways, I just, this gal just really, I was just blown away by this. I thought, boy, girl, or not boy, girl. I'm telling you, people will take my words and they'll think I'm saying she's a boy, girl. I meant boy, comma, girl. You need to get out and socialize with people because, I just see this so much and it's really unfortunate. Boy, that color really, as you can see here, it was like brown, And then as I started blending it, it's like it's got a real strong orange undertone to it. Do you see that there? Right here? How it went orange as I blended it, but in the crease, it maintains this brown shade. Interesting. And I couldn't quite get that to blend exactly the way I wanted it to, but they're nicely pigmented, that's for sure. I've been wanting to use this palette for a while. Sorry if you can hear my bird in the background, you guys. I have a African gray and she just thinks she's hot shit with feathers on. And she's in the process right now of teaching herself to talk. Different words, I should say. Let's see here. I think I'm going to use... I don't want to go cool tone. I'm going to use this right here, which is Summer Yum. And I'm going to... I think I'm going to get... I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the Wayne Goss number 19. Boy, those are really... Let's see if it'll deepen the crease up at all. But if you notice that, I mean, even in your day-to-day life, that just... It seems as though, you know, when you interact with people, that sensitivity seems to be in an all-time high right now. I mean, I get it when I'm talking to my daughter and, you know, I say something to her and she takes offense to it. You know, I mean, she's 16 years old and, you know, I mean, but when I'm talking to an adult female, it just, or an adult male for that matter, you know, it just blows my mind how damn sensitive everyone is. You know, I was talking to my husband about this the other day, and it's like, you know, it's almost as if just because people spend so much time inclusive anymore that they've forgotten how to socialize with each other, how to get along with each other, or they just don't care to anymore. You know, people are just... and I say people, again, I'm generalizing, I'm not speaking of everyone, but people are so ready to fight. It just, oh man, I don't know. I don't get it, I really don't. It's just not the way I was brought up, you know. I was brought up that you try to be respectful to people and pass around. I'm going back to that same white peach. I just want to put a little more here to help blend this out. Yeah, I was brought up that you try to... Yes, you're right. You're right, honey. You really are. I mean, that's exactly it. It's... I don't know. I really think it's going to be a problem. I mean, it's... If something's not done and people don't start learning to get along with each other. You know, our world's got enough damn hatred in it already. And you know, I was just waiting. That's the other thing too. This gal I'm talking about was an African American gal. I was just waiting for her to throw the race card at me. I swear to God, I really was. And I'll tell you one thing. I don't care if anybody likes this or not, because you know what? You can ask. There is not a person on this planet, as God is my witness, that you can find that has ever heard me use a racial slur or do anything even somewhat racial. You'll never find it. I don't care who's out there watching this. You know, I challenge you. Go ahead, try it. You're never going to find it, because there is nobody on this planet that is more anti-racial than I am. I've raised my children. It's the biggest belief I have in my household, and that I've been pounding into my kids' heads since they were little fetuses, literally. I don't care what color somebody is. I don't care what their sexual orientation is. You respect people for people and how they treat you, and you treat them with accordance. It's that simple. But you know what? I'm tired of the... I'm really tired of race coming into everything. I really am. And I know that it's a real heavy issue that people deal with. But not everybody that's white is racist. And, you know, I know it's a hot button issue, and I know somebody's going to get pissed off at me for saying it. And yeah. And I'm sorry if you get offended by me saying that. I have several viewers that are African American, and I love them just the same as anybody else. I don't care what color their skin is, and the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it's the subject I'm talking about right now. You know, I learned from a very young age that there was nothing different between me. Rosanna Summers was my best friend in the world. I was involved in segregation, the first attempt Seattle made at segregation. I was a part of that. And I was bused 2.5 hours down south while the kids down south were pulled out of their neighborhoods and bussed up to ours. And, you know, I learned from a very, very young age that there was nothing different about her other than her skin was a little bit different colored than mine. And before that, I'd never met anybody with dark skin. That was my first experience in elementary school. I'd never met anybody with darker skin than me. So, but you know, with how many years have passed since then, things should be different. Things should be different than they are, and they're not. And, you know, it really upsets me when I hear people say things. Like, for instance, and I commented on her video. Oh, God, I'm probably going to get people just hating me for saying this. But I watched Jackie Aina. How do you pronounce her last name? Aina? Jackie Aina, I think is how you pronounce her last name. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm not doing it on purpose. And, you know, she's a beautiful African-American woman, very intelligent, very well-spoken. I love watching her. You know what I don't like? The only thing I don't like about watching Jackie is that everything is about race. And I understand that it's an important subject matter to her because she is an African American woman. And I don't live through the experiences that she says that she has lived through. I haven't lived through those. But what bothers me about it is that when you hear her talk, there's many times where she sounds racist against Caucasian people. And I've written to her and told her how her words are coming across. That, you know, it's not going to help any situation anywhere. And I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not in the slightest bit racist. You will never find anybody in this world that will be able to say that about me. And I challenge you to do it if you're bored enough to put the search up. You're not gonna, it ain't gonna happen. Because that's not the way I am. That's not the way I raise my children. It's just, that's just the way it is. But, you know, I get really upset when I hear, you know, I feel disgusted that there's people in this world, like, for instance, what recently happened in Virginia. I think it's disgusting. I think it's absolutely sickening and disgusting. And I don't give a shit what color you are. It's disgusting that anybody out there would hate another person or another group of people enough that they would try to harm them. On the whole, I think it's disgusting. But given that these were people that share the same skin color with me that did this to cause harm specifically to a race of people who are no different than me other than their skin color. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it. When I look at Rosanna, my best friend, all through elementary, all through junior high, all through high school, she's my all-time best friend. There was not a damn thing different about the two of us. Not a damn thing. She had dark brown eyes. I had green eyes. She had dark skin. I had light skin. That's the only difference between the two of us. But you know what? If I went and sat in a tanning booth and worked on it for a couple months and put some contacts in, I'd look the same as she did. There's not a damn thing different between the two of us. We have the same red blood running through our veins. We have the same interests. We have the same, had fun doing the same things, hated the same things, liked the same boys. I mean, it's just, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it why today, in today's society, race is still an issue. And what I really don't get even more than that is people that, and I'm not saying Jackie Ina thinks that way, but it's an impression that is very strongly, that I get very strongly when I watch her videos at times. I feel like she thinks that all or most people that have white skin are racist. And I've written her videos. I'm not going to make a secret of it. I've said it to her in her videos. I've responded to her in her videos and told her that. Like, you know what? I'm as far as racist as they can get, and I'm as white as it can get. Anyways, I'm just talking on every hot button issue there is right now, but these are things that really weigh heavily on my mind. They really do. And I'll probably have somebody that'll say that I'm racist because I'm talking about it, but you know what? Shit needs to be talked about, because if it's not talked about, it's never gonna get better. It's never gonna get better if people don't start talking about it. I'm sick and tired. You know, you hide things in the closet, they're not gonna go away. They're just gonna sit there and fester. And I don't understand why, in this day and age, after all these years, we still have race issues. I don't understand it. I really don't. But then again, I don't see anything different between me and somebody that has darker skin than I do. I really don't. God's honest truth, I don't see any difference. There's people all throughout this world that are not African American that have darker skin than me. I don't understand the race issue. I just don't. I don't understand it, and people that, I'm dumbfounded. I really am. When I see this stuff happening, when I saw what happened in Virginia, I just literally felt sick. I really did. Boy, this palette's got a lot of fallout. Pretty colors, pretty pigment, but it's got a lot of fallout. Anyways, when I saw that, what happened there, it just made me sick. It really did. So you know what? If you're one of those people that had any association with that, or you believe that that's okay, there's something seriously fucked up in your head if you believe that's okay. You need help if you think it's okay to harm somebody because of their color or their skin is different than you. My daughter just wrote me and wants me to use the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette so she can have it. I haven't used it yet. Hey, I'm using the peach one right now, so I'm getting there. Boy, I'm really having a lot of fallout with this palette. Holy cow, I was not expecting that. Anyways, so on to, like I said, I'm not talking about this to offend anybody or push any buttons or anything. I'm so sick. I'm 50 fucking years old, and I would have thought by now race would not be an issue in our country. God's honest truth. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And I don't say this because I don't care. I'm sick of it because there's people out there that believe it's okay to hurt another human being because they have darker skin. That's what I'm sick of. We have... Man, I can taste these. I can taste these. Hi, sweetie. I'm glad you're back. I saw your message. Sorry I didn't respond right away. It came through. These have so much peach in them, I can taste them. Anyways, I just, I would have thought after all these years, when I was a kid and they started segregation, I was young. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea why it was happening, why all of a sudden I was being sent out of my school that was blocks away from my house. No kidding. My school was blocks from my home growing up. Yes, I grew up in a rich, affluent, white neighborhood, Caucasian neighborhood. I'd never seen somebody with darker skin than me until I was bused down south. But I made some of the best friends in my life, then lifelong friendships. And I wouldn't change it for the world. Fucking hated the bus ride, but, you know, so did the kids that were being bussed out of their neighborhoods. You know, 2.5-hour bus ride after a full day of school. That is not what you want to do. But anyways, I just would have thought after all these years later, when I was younger, I never would have thought we'd still be talking about this now. Anyways, you can see, I wanted to show you, see this one here and this one here. And these are the shimmers. Usually the shimmers in a palette are, you know, they usually hold together a lot better than the mattes do. And you can see, I mean, the disruption in the palette here. These are a lot softer, in my experience, than other TooFaced palettes. But pretty palette, but boy, my mouth's full of peach right now. Full of peach. I don't know if anybody else... Oh, yeah. Will you get up here and show it yourself, stink butt? Sorry for the noise. My daughter wants her Edward Scissorhands palette as well from her, what do you call it? Who's that by? Sugar Pill. She wants her Sugar Pill Edward Scissorhands palette. And I told her, you can have it the minute you haul it. The minute you haul it, you can have it. So you guys heard me. All she has to do is get her butt up here and haul it, get on film. You know, she's got really, really smart skills with makeup. I'd love her to get on our channel and put together a look. I'm going to try this Marc Jacobs Recover. Here we go. Ah! Ah! Just spit on me! I thought if... Okay. You have to press it all the way down. I keep forgetting. You can't do short little squirts with this one because it literally... it spits on you. My mouth is full of peach. Okay. Next, moving right along. Oh, you know, I think I'm going to try, hang on here. I just bought a new primer from L'Oreal, eyelash primer, that I really like. Let me get it here. Dang it. Oh, I got to show you guys something. Okay, now... right now, hi Amy, smiley faces. Right now on the market there are several colored mascaras out. I've been around for years, but I mean YSL's got a couple out, like one's I think maroon, one's blue. I'm going to show you, even though it's not going to go with this look, I want to show you how to make, if you don't already know, that is. If you know, then you know. Cool. You're on the same page. But how you can get colored mascaras to show up no matter what color your lashes are. I don't care if you have pitch black lashes, this will work. First, you're going to start off with this primer. Now you can use, this is L'Oreal's Voluminous line. There we go. And then this is just a small one, but I have the full size too. This is Lancome Sil Booster XL. This is Lancome's primer. It's my favorite. But for the sake of right now, I'm going to use drugstore since most people will want to use drugstore. So you're going to go through and do a good coating on your lashes with this first. And of course I have my, I could also use my Hourglass, one of my Curator, if Hourglass would ever send me my primer and mascara, replace the ones that went bad. Hint, hint. Now see, I bought that myself. Nobody sent it to me. And I don't mind buying the products myself, but damn it all. If they go bad, company should replace them. It's just that simple. I spent $150 for that mascara system. Should have lasted longer than 3 months. Way longer. Okay. So there's my top coat. See my snowflake eyelashes? That's what I call them because it looks like we've been out in the snow. Now we're going to do the same to the bottom. Now depending on where you want to use your colored mascara is where you really want to prime your lashes. Now if you don't want, like for instance, if you want to use a colored mascara but you don't want it, you just want it as an accent piece, I wouldn't suggest doing this. I just put it on your natural, whatever color lashes you have, you know. But if you want a colored mascara and you really want it to go va-voom, then this is the way to make it stand out. I swear to you, it works. I've been doing it for years. Because trust me, colored mascaras have been around pretty much longer than my daughter's been alive. I used to use them when I was younger. And I've been using Lancome's primer. Oh my god, how long have I been using that? Probably 10 years, at least, if not longer. Now, because of the fact that I'm going to put this on, look at my lashes. Now you can get and see why it's going to work, right? Because, I mean, look at my lashes. And it doesn't matter. Like I said, if you have black as night eyelashes, this is going to work, trust me. But I want to put the color on the bottom because I'm just going to do black on the top. So I'm not going to do another coat on the top, but you want to let that dry like I did, and then we're going to go over them again. You know, I see all these influencers using these colored mascaras, and I think, why don't you show them how to use them like this, for Pete's sake? You know, they're like, oh, this color doesn't really stand out. Well, it's because you're putting it on black eyelashes. Come on now. But guess what? If you put it on white eyelashes, it will. And like I said, these primers, it doesn't matter what color your natural lashes are, it will stick. And it will, you know, it will turn your lashes white. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. Snowflake lashes. I look like I've been out in the snow. Okay, so on the top, you know what? Hell with it. I look like the Mad Hatter. You know what? I'm going to look really wacky now because I'm just going to, since I've got orange on, I'm just going to do blue all the way. And this is blue, folks. Look at that. This is blue. Actually, you know what? Since I'm going to do blue all the way, I want to do one more quick coat on the top. I was just going to put black on the top, but I feel like being a little freaky today. Don't you wish your lashes were blue like mine? Don't you wish your lashes were blue like mine? Don't ya? Don't ya? And no, don't give me a copyright sponsor because I'm singing that. Or not a copyright sponsor, I meant a copyright flag, whatever the hell they're called. Okay, here we go, in with the blue. This is really blue on the wand, so look at that. I sure hope that stands out. Okay, are they dry? Are they dry? You do want them to dry, though, before... Yeah, they're not dry yet, so I'm going to give them a minute. I'll work on my lips here. Do you want to let them dry, though, before you go and put it on? Because otherwise what happens, like if I put this on and they're still wet, and then I put this on, it just mixes together and it dulls the color down a lot. But if you let them dry... then you'll see what they'll come up as. Ta-da. Don't you wish your lashes were fancy like mine?
That's my song.
Don't ya? What's your song?
That's my song.
Are you gonna sing Don't You Wish Your Lashes Were Blue Like Mine?
Oh, good lord, it's even worse up close.
What is? My lashes? Bree just came in here and said, oh good lord, it's even worse up close. Are they really? She had to come up here and just flip me shit over my white eyelashes. Uh-huh. See? Even my daughter's picking on me.
I'm allowed to.
Are you now?
It's my job. You signed up for it.
Yeah, I signed up for it 16 years ago, and I didn't even know what I was getting into. Now, I am going to look like a wackadoodle, but I really don't care, because I want to show you guys how to make your colored mascara stand out, and the only way to do that is to do it myself. So, would I normally put blue mascara on like this? No, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh yes, I am. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Blue, baby! I told you. Sorry. Works, don't it? That's why I never get it when I see all these influencers and they show off these, you know, expensive, like YSL sent their maroon mascara to a bunch of influencers, and I watched them put it on, and they're like, hey, you can't really see the color, though. And I thought to myself, hello, use primer. Why aren't you using primer? Okay, so anyways, now this works, clearly, no matter what color mascara you want to emphasize. So if you want blue, look at that. I mean, that's banging. That's blue, okay? Or even if you've got, you know, brown, whatever. Now, the primer obviously is intended to do what it did also, which is really make my lashes emphasize. And I would say that, you know, if you're, what are you getting into?
Nothing.
If you're looking for a primer, you know, unless you want to spend money on Lancome's, which is my favorite, this one is damn near just as good. I swear it to you. Oops, I just blobbed it on my face. This one from L'Oreal is really good. And I don't need to tell you why it's good. You can look at my lashes and see it's good. Look at the length of them.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Damn it, you just made me burger again.
Burger?
Yeah, you just made me screw up again. Oh, I got hair on my face. Anyways, we're getting there, and of course I just got it all over my face, and now I just rubbed it in. But see that? Look at that, you guys. See what I'm talking about? Put a little primer on first, depending on how bright you like. If you don't want it like super, super bright, you know, if you just want a little color tint to your lashes, then just put it on top of your natural lashes. You don't do anything. If you want the color to stand out a little more, put on one layer of primer. If you want it to go bang like this, put on 2 coats of primer. Because the whiter your lashes are before you put this on, the more it's going to stand out.
Alright, we're gonna do this real quick. Get out of the way.
Hold on just a minute. Oh, no, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to sit down before the camera where I can actually edit
No.
the video. Yeah, you need to...
No.
Oh, yeah, my lashes are blue. I told you it works, doesn't it? Yeah, well, you know, like I said, I normally wouldn't do this with this look, but I've just seen so many people lately showing off colored mascara. Thanks. Showing off colored mascaras and saying, oh, they don't really, there's not really any color to it. And damn it, I just hit my cheek again. And each time I hear somebody say that, I think, I wish I could show them to do this. So I just thought, well, you know what? Now here we go on the bottom. Wait till you think they're blue up there. Wait till you see them when I do them on the bottom. Holy hell. Because remember, the backdrop on the top is my eyeshadow. The backdrop on the bottom is going to be my under eye, which is white. Yeah, but this is how... I actually learned this back when I did print modeling. And we were doing... Was it Revlon? I think it was a Revlon shoot, if I remember correctly. And it was for lashes. And one of the tricks they used to use back then to make your lashes look you know, even more kabang is they use different colors on them. So that it looked like they were like fuller in one area and not. Anyways, long story short, that's where I learned to do this. Way back then. And if you want to emphasize the color even more than this, like if you really want a banging color, then match your eyeliner to whatever mascara color you're putting on the bottom. And the two will literally bounce off each other. Or even for more fun, do a contrasting color on the bottom. Like for instance, what would be really cool looking on the bottom of my waterline right now would be like a bright fluorescent green, a lime green.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
You'd really be the Mad Hatter.
Yeah. But you know, or you can put a blue there that'll, you know, if I were to put like a blue on my waterline right now, it would really bring out the blue of the mascara. So, there we go. That's only one coat right now. But see what I mean? Green for Seahawks. There you go. Boy, that'd be good. But look at the difference, you guys. I mean, seriously, if you tried this mascara on its own, I guarantee you wouldn't get this kind of color out of it. But you put primer on first and then put it on, and it just, bam. And like I said, I've tried, I gotta clean up look at the messes I made. Oh, I made such a mess of myself. Oops, sorry.
Alright, now get out of the way.
No, you gotta wait a minute. I'm not, oh, that's just a shadow, but that is a mess. Hang on. You're just gonna have to wait just a minute. See, now she wants to sneak in on my live stream so that she can show off the Edward Scissorhands palette so that she can have it.
Yeah.
There we go. Scratch that baby out of there. Huh! I'm not done yet. You just got to wait a minute.
I'm just gonna do it alongside you.
No, you're not.
Scoot over.
No. You can wait a minute. I want to get nice, big, chunky blue going down here. That's so cool. I just love playing. I wish I had that YSL one that's maroon. I wish I had that because that is cool. I mean, imagine that. You know, like this. Really making the color stand out on it. And one of the things I love to do is, like, for instance, instead of, oh my god, my hair. Instead of doing your entire lower lash line or entire lash line in this color, is just use it as a spot of color to kind of draw people's attention to your eye. So in other words, you know, maybe in the center here, like if you're doing an eye look that has blue in the center or something, maybe in the center here, just put the blue there and then do black on both sides. I know it takes a little more time to do your mascara, but still. You know, I think it looks pretty cool against the peach. Okay, moving along. I'm almost done. Can you believe it? This only took me an hour and a half. But of course I'm talking the whole damn time. Oh, I love these. Oh my god. Huh? What time is it? No, I haven't. She says I've been going since 12 and it's 3 now. No way. Oh, by the way, I gotta tell you guys this real quick. You know how if you look at my past live streams, the pictures are all jacked on them? The, what do you call it? The thumbnails? Oh. Okay, well here's why. You can't change your thumbnails. At least not that I have not found a way to change the thumbnail. And when you're getting ready to do a live stream, the first thing it has you do is it asks you to take a thumbnail picture, right? Well, I don't know what's causing the delay in my camera, but like even if I held it perfectly still and took a thumbnail and then moved the camera to put it up here, the thumbnail would still come out jacked. Like one of them's just got the bottom portion of my face in it. Another one has nothing. It's like, what the hell? I didn't do that. You guys see my thumbnails I do on my regular videos. I wouldn't put something up that looks like that. And I went in and tried to change them and put decent looking thumbnails on it and it won't let you. Okay. So anyways, this is the Peach Oil Lip Gloss from TooFaced. This particular color is Peach Tease. I love it. And then just for the hell of it, I want to try, boy, these are hard to read. Rose Quartz X Seashell, and these are Becca's new. Yeah, they smell so good, I know. And look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Ooh. Actually, you know what? Just real quick here. We're gonna change plans a little. We're detouring. Detour! Because I want to try. And by the way, that L'Oreal primer, this one, Voluminous, you can get on Amazon or at any drugstore pretty much. It works so good. And it's cheap, you know?
Mirror vision.
Oh, and go over in my L'Oreal basket over there and find me Carbon Black. It's just the black. It looks just like this, but it's black, 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 black. Black!
It's what?
Black! It's very black. It's very black. It's just solid black container with, oh, I got something in my eye. Oh my god. Oh, no you don't.
I don't have the patience to dig.
Oh, no you... Are you kidding me? It's just a black container, honey. It's right there. Carbon Black. Okay. One last thing I wanted to tell you about these. This is the Carbon Black, which is L'Oreal's famous mascara, the Voluminous Carbon Black. Now, this is black to begin with. I mean, this is really black. But if you want to make this like carbon black, like it says it is, say you're not getting enough black out of this and you really want thick black lashes, use this primer first. Basically, this primer will amp up anything that you put over it. So whether you use the blue one or the black one, if you put this primer on first, it's not only, I mean, look, I don't know if you guys can see, but look at the length of my lashes. That's a lovely view, isn't it? And of course now I got something in my eye and my eye's watering, which is just wonderful. Anyways, you can see the length of my lashes. You know, it really amps them up and it thickens. So, I got something in my eye. Okay. I'm almost done. I just wanted to try this little guy here. This is NARS Orgasm lipstick, which I've wanted in the full size. Huh. Oh my god, did that just break? Oh! And you can see where I had it rolled down to from the mark on there. I had it right there. See? Right there. Wow. That's wonderful. It's not putting out hardly any color. Go over and over and over and over and over. Maybe I don't want it anymore. Not if it acts like this. I mean, it's very sheer. I mean, look at that. I mean, I've really got to dig into that to get some pigment out of it. And look how soft. Look what it did to my lipstick. Ugh. Oh, okay. Yeah, something's in my eye. Sorry for blocking the thing here. It's just... You know, when you get something in your eye and it just keeps irritating the hell out of your eye until you get it out. And of course, it'll start watering and then I'll have blue mascara dripping down my face. Charming! Okay, well anyways, I think that's it for today. Let's put a little of this on since that damn NARS stuff didn't do hard. Ooh, now that does something. Oh, look at that. Oh, pretty, pretty Becca. I mean, look. Look at the difference from there to there. You see that? Oh, that's pretty. Now that's what I was going for. That's what I wanted. Well, that's pretty. Damn it. These are gorgeous. I have several of these, and I'm going to be hauling them.
That better not be mine.
It's not yours, because they're all mine. Anyways, again, this is Becca's, it's so hard to read with the Liquid Crystal Lip Topper Glow Gloss, and this is in Rose Quartz X Seashell. Aha! I think I got it. So there's my funky look. I, wasn't planning on doing the whole blue thing, but what the hell. Oh, man. Don't you just love that? When you put your hair back to, get it out of your face while you're doing your makeup, and now I have this lovely little crimp right across my bangs here. Look at that. Man, that sucks. Okay. Well, nothing's going to happen with the hair, so. What do you want? My phone's almost dead. No, that's not going to...
Scissorhands.
That is not going to be how it works.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands.
Uh-uh.
Look at that, so
No,
pretty.
no.
Look at
You guys,
that.
tell her that's not going to be the
So
way it works, so she
pretty.
has to sit down and review that palette.
I have no way of reviewing this. Look, it's pretty. Okay, bye.
No, you have to sit down and go over it with people. You're not just going to go, oh, look at it. You're not even on the camera.
I know.
Okay, ain't going to happen that way. Love you guys. You want to sit down and do it?
No.
She doesn't get her Edward palette until she sits down and shows it to you guys. So you guys tell her in the comments below, my jacked glasses, tell her in the comments below that you want to see her on camera
You don't,
sit
though.
down and do her Edward Scissorhands palette. This is the one she wants. Sabrina says, do it!
No!
This is the palette.
I thought we were friends.
I want to tell you something, you guys. I paid a fortune for this palette. So the least thing she can do, and no, I didn't just buy it from Sugar Pill. I bought this off of eBay. So you damn well know how much I paid, because she wanted that palette bad because she loves Edward Scissorhands. So
I love
Johnny Depp, forgive me. So you know what? If she wants it, she has to review it. So you guys tell her.
I just did.
You guys tell her. See? She won't even get on camera right now. Tell her in the comments. Say, Bree, you got to review it on film. And I'll get the camera set up for her, and she can sit down and review it, and then I'll edit the video so you guys can watch a quick video of her. So tell her in the comments. I love you guys. Hope you're doing well. Take care wherever you're at in the world. And you know what? I know life's rough sometimes. Life's rough a lot of times. But do your best to do something positive in the world at least once a day, and do something positive for someone in the world. If you see a stranger, smile at them, say hi to them, ask them how they're doing, or do what we do, what my daughter does. She sees somebody at the grocery store trying to load their car up and they need help, and she goes over and asks them if she can help. So, make the world a better place a little bit at a time. That's all it takes. I love you, and have a great day.
I turned my choker into a bracelet.
Only my daughter. Only my daughter. Love you guys.